Holy shit. It's the summer of 2011. You like that transition? Anyway, the sun begins to set and the moon in turn rises. Your window is open and you can actually smell the heat dissipating from the air. The noises of crickets and cicadas hit your ear like a cacophony of nature in the distance. And you are excited because before you left for school this morning, you downloaded a game called Minecraft. Maybe you saw a video of somebody playing it on YouTube, or if you were lucky enough, a friend of yours actually recommended it to you. But regardless, as soon as the rest of the world settled down for the night, you were going to embark on a journey that would change you for the rest of your life. And change you it did. Because this game gave and took from you something that you didn't know you could gain or lose. Your firsts. Minecraft has this inimitable ability to allow you to experience something for the first time, and it actually means something in a way that a lot of games just cannot replicate. Your first spawn, your first tree, your first nether portal, your first mod, the Ender Dragon, I mean, everything, right? And then you have this weird realization that you have done everything for the first time for the last time. You don't care. You keep playing the game because, frankly, you love Minecraft. And more importantly, the genre. Modders have kept it interesting for you, adding things that maybe the developers wouldn't, and Minecraft has been on a killer update streak. The game is changing in all of these super exciting ways. They keep adding things, and the game does get more interesting. But at the back of your head, you've still got this itch, and it's just bugging the hell out of you. And then, out of nowhere, a trailer for a brand new game called Hytale comes out on YouTube, and your eyes are truly opened. It's made by the guys who make Hypixel, and those guys pretty much always kill it. Block game by a block game server guy. What could go wrong? Spoiler alert, everything. Hytale's announcement might as well have been a death sentence. Within a single month, the trailer for Hytale amassed 31 million views. About a year later, Riot Games invested millions of dollars into the studio and eventually bought the studio outright in April of 2020. The game was initially intended to come out in 2021, but with Minecraft's move to create a completely connected Bedrock edition, speculation was that Hytale wanted to do something similar. The original build that the trailer was based on was scrapped, and 7 years after they started over from zero. In 2024, Hytale finally gave us our first glimpse of the new engine, but frankly, the writing was on the wall. When it takes 10 years to make a game inspired by a game that has 15 years of updates ahead of you, it probably feels pretty stupid to keep going. On June 23rd, 2025, after 10 years of development, Hypixel Studios closed its doors. Hytale was just too ambitious, and players would never get there first. Until... On November 17th, 2025, Hytale was officially saved. After months of conversations, Simon, the original founder of Hypixel Studios, acquired Hytale from Riot Games, and from that moment, the plan was clear. Step 1, get the team back together. 2, put the nose to the grindstone. And 3, get the game out, rough edges and all. The game did not have to be perfect. Hell, there was no way that it could be. In September of 2025, tests for viability of the old abandoned engine began, and a month later, 300 branches of the game were merged together in an event their co-founder and technical director Slikey called the Singularity. Making a game is not easy, and winning people back after they've waited for over 7 years is damn near impossible. But by God, they did it. On January 13th, 2026, Hytale was released to the public for the first time. All over social media, love immediately poured out for the game. Those who said that the game would never come out were proven wrong, and those who waited felt vindicated. Hytale was more than a Minecraft clone. Hytale feels like a familiar game because it is familiar. Denying the game's predecessors feels like a slap in the face to what's come before. I remember my first moments with Minecraft, and I've been chasing that feeling for a long time. The closest I've ever got to it was Breath of the Wild. I have heard from a million people, man, I wish I could play this game again for the first time, wipe my memory and let me experience it all over again. But we can't, and that's okay. God knows I'd love nothing more than an amnesia device to let myself play Portal again for the first time, but it's 2026, and I think it's time for something new. The moment I started playing Hytale, I knew it was special. Does it share a lot of the similar bones to Minecraft? Yeah, of course it does. But where it immediately shines is the combat, the mining, and all of the creative tools. These games are obviously set on a very similar path, and Hytale has to do a lot to prove its potential in the space. And God, do I hate that word, potential. I've tried rewriting this section a billion ways, but it always comes out the same. So I'm gonna put it pretty bluntly. Potential is bullshit. The only reason that we give that word any weight when it comes to games is because we use it to compare other games that are the slightest bit similar to each other to define what we want to see. I don't think it's fair to tell Hytale that we want it to be similar to Minecraft. The whole point of having these different games is to have different experiences. Them being in the same genre and the same block game style, to me, is where the similarities should start and end. Modders are going to do whatever they want to do, and map makers should utilize the game's tools to create things that they've never thought of before. And frankly, if I got my way, players would ditch all expectations of what's come before. That's the beauty of a new game, a new sandbox to explore. I remember playing with Minecraft like a virtual form of Lego, and seeing Hytale even be able to come close to that has me stoked for what's to come. My wife put it best when I was struggling to find the right words. It's not about potential, it's about trajectory. The game is great. The modders seem to be excited, and the players are more than happy. If Hytale can keep it going, which I'm confident that they will, then I think that this game has a very bright future.
Please don't feel obligated to subscribe or anything like that. Honestly, I know I'm not a great commentator at the moment, but I promise you, if you guys do want to stay subscribed, I will get better. I can promise you that.
I want to say thank you to everybody who has watched this video. I don't make these videos often at all, actually. I don't know that this ending is deserved to this video, frankly, because Hytale's so new. You know, but like I said, potential's bullshit. We don't really know what this game is going to be capable of, and I do think that this is a subject that we will revisit in the future. This video can come out with a caveat that we're gonna revisit this. Thank you guys so much for watching. I want to shout out Hytale. Very, very, very wonderful people. Code Michaelmcchill if you guys want to purchase the game. Helps me out a ton. And also, shout out to our wonderful sponsor, Apex Hosting. They are amazing. If you guys go down to the link in the description, you guys can go and get yourself a server. Very kind people. Yeah, just thank you to everybody who's been a part of this. Maybe that clip proves that I've not gotten any better at commentary, but I'm still trying. Bye.